Hello mga Germanelkis! Tara, tanaw tag Pacquiao! Pacquiao versus Hammerman.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you, and we welcome you to Water, Florida. He weighed in at already 146 and 1/2 pounds. He is undefeated in his campaign with a record of 29 wins, no losses, with 22 wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight in his 6th world title appearance, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the longest current reigning welterweight champion, the hard-hitting, acclaimed, and undefeated WBA welterweight champion of the world, introducing Keith one-time Thurman. And his opponent across the ring in the blue corner, really needing no introduction the world over, wearing white trunks with multi-color trim. As the distinguished boxing senator, he is fighting out of and proudly representing the Sarangani Brethren in the Philippines. He weighed in the same as his opponent, 146 and 1/2 pounds. Truly one of the renowned idols of boxing today. His record stands at 61 wins, 7 losses.
Okay, Manny, Keith. Trunks are good on both sides. Gentlemen, we went over the rules in the dressing room. Again, I will caution you to keep this fight clean at all times, protect yourself at all times, and what I say you must obey. Good luck. Touch them up.
Via knockout. We are underway. Round 1, scheduled for 12. Keith Thurman placed 3 bets on himself to knock out Manny Pacquiao in the 1st, 2nd, or 7th round tonight.
That's a tall order. One thing about me when I was fighting, I never bet on myself. Although I was very confident in myself, but I never bet on myself.
What do you expect early, Joe Goosen?
Well, you're seeing what you're getting right now. Manny Pacquiao came out and he threw a right hook and he missed it, by a half a mile, but just landed a nice straight left hand on Thurman. And Thurman started pressing, and there he goes. He's starting to cut loose. I think we're going to see a lot of back and forth action here with some good shots landed by both guys in these first few rounds. Because one of them wants to make a stand. They both want to make a stand and to assert their dominance over the other. So let's see who gets away with what. That's a good right hand by Thurman right there.
And I was expecting Thurman to come out a little bit moving, but he's
standing his ground, right?
Yeah, he's standing his ground. He's waiting to see what happens. And I thought he was going to be more aggressive in this, but he didn't. He's not coming out aggressive. He's just watching, trying to get used to Manny Pacquiao's rhythm.
Ooh. That was a nice right hand, but Pacquiao comes right back.
Most of the trash talk came from Keith Thurman in the weeks leading up to this bout. Pacquiao said, "I'm motivated the more he talks. I want to prove something to him." There's a nice combination by Thurman.
That was a nice right-left right he threw. Thurman did against Pacquiao, but Pacquiao, he's smart and he's been around and he knows he's going to try to get everything he gets touched with. He's going to try to get it back. Good right hand by Thurman. He looks really confident on Thurman.
Yeah, Thurman's coming out with the power punches early.
Final minute, 1st round from Las Vegas. Look at the punches landed, 10 by Thurman so far. Pacquiao with 6.
Ooh.
Bit of a smile from Manny Pacquiao. Oh, down goes Thurman!
And let me tell you, that was just a quick punch. And Manny Pacquiao moved in with his legs and his hands and caught Thurman backing up. Thurman thought he could back up quick enough, but he wasn't quick enough to get it out of the reach of that punch.
Thurman knocked down late in round 1.
Pacquiao threw that left hand to the body and that right hook right over the top. that he's used for years.
Yeah, that was a flash knockdown. That was a wake-up shot for Thurman.
Sure was. Boy, Pacquiao still has it at 40 years old. He's still fast, he's still quick, he's still powerful.
And here's Manny Pacquiao coming through, moving quick with those legs, throwing a combination punching, catching him on the way back with his hands down.
All right, here we go. Look, there's Pacquiao. He's rushing in right there, boom. And there's the hook that dropped him, but preceded by a straight left hand to the belly. You know, the Pacquiao's used that tactics many, many times. Now Thurman wasn't probably terribly hurt. It was, like you said,
Thurman landed 12 punches in round one. All were power punches. And then Pacquiao with the late knockdown of Keith Thurman. More chance of Manny from this sold-out crowd in Las Vegas.
Thurman landed a nice little body shot along the ropes that Pacquiao shook his head, saying no, it didn't hurt. It may not have hurt, but it was still a nice shot by Thurman.
And then we saw that smile from Pacquiao just before the knockdown.
Yeah, I got to tell you, when Pacquiao starts moving those legs very quickly straight at you, get out of the way.
Yeah.
Because that's it, like that, right there. That's where he does it best. He catches you off guard with his quick feet and hands.
Pacquiao looks very quick right now.
Can you imagine at 40 years old still bringing this type of game to a young, strong champion that's never been beaten?
He will turn 41 in December. He told his trainer, Freddie Roach, I feel like I'm 22.
Well, Thurman just turned southpaw for a second, and they both threw hooks, and Thurman's landed right there on Pacquiao. So this is a little switch right here. Thurman going southpaw, switching back to right-handed again.
Midway through round two, scheduled for 12. Pacquiao with a knockdown of Thurman in round one. Another good right by Pacquiao.
Those were blocked by Thurman. He closed the gap. He just put his hands together, and the straight punches were blocked.
Well, you're going to see a lot of that by Pacquiao throwing the punches. I mean,
punches and bunches.
Yeah, and you know, from the other side, if a judge is looking at that, he's going to think that Pacquiao is scoring points on that.
That's true, but the good thing is that Thurman isn't getting hit with it, so he's not getting debilitized by Pacquiao. So he's able to keep the pressure up. He's got to keep his hands up against Pacquiao. Pacquiao has a great move he makes. He hits him with that straight left hand to the body, and then he goes upstairs really quick. Before he even pulls his hands off your body, he's throwing that hook. So it's always best to keep Pacquiao moving backwards. And this is what Thurman's trying to do right now.
And that's what Thurman told us. He said, Manny's strength is punches and numbers. My strength is counter-punching and accuracy. Joe, from a trainer standpoint, what message would you have given Thurman after round two?
Well, I think what he's doing right now, I think if you keep Manny backing up, you're better off than having Manny come forward on you. Because not only will he come straight at you, he'll eventually end up on the side of you, and you don't know where he's at, and he'll hit you from the side, and then he'll end up on another side of you. He's really magical on his feet, and he's done it to so many guys and beaten so many guys that way. But if you can keep him off balance and keep him going backwards, I think you got a better chance than Manny coming forward on you.
Also, you know, when Manny throws his combinations, I think that's a better time to catch him and throw punches because he leaves himself open.
Yeah, but he's so fast, and I don't disagree, but he's so fast that he's liable to sneak something in on you. I think you got to be really judicious about what you throw against Manny and when you throw it, because he throws so many punches. Maybe the first two miss, but the third one's going to hit you.
61 career victories, record of 61-7-2. A professional career that began in January of 1995 when Keith Thurman was 6 years old. Oh, big right by Pacquiao, stunned Thurman.
And that was just a jab. It was a good stiff jab. He's really stepping in hard on that front foot. And that jab's following it and really did stun Thurman for a second.
Nice combination by Pacquiao after Thurman had him up against the ropes.
Well, Pacquiao's inviting him in. He's really not trying to get away. Did it again. Thurman tried to sweeping right hand, and that really missed. Didn't touch Pacquiao, and Pacquiao decides to come off the ropes. Pacquiao's controlling. Remember I said somebody's going to try to take dominance in this fight, and it's Pacquiao right there. He's dominating every round.
Final minute of round 3. Kenny Albert, Lennox Lewis, Joe Goosen, Heidi Androl. Coming to you on pay-per-view from Las Vegas.
Those two nice body shots from Thurman right there. He's just got to not do that occasionally. He's got to do it most of the round. Good combination by Pacquiao when he comes forward at you.
Down to 30 seconds. Right jab by Pacquiao, and then Thurman comes back. Couple of body shots by Thurman. Time winding down in round 3, scheduled for 12. Lennox and Joe over the first 3 rounds.
Well, now, look, I mean, he's surprising me right now. I can't believe he's 40 years old and still fighting like this.
Let's check in with Heidi Androl. Heidi.
Thank you very much, Kenny. Freddie, you said that Manny Pacquiao had the killer instinct back, and you loved that he was upset coming into this fight. What did you tell him going into this round, and what have you seen thus far?
Go after this guy, throw your combinations, you're too fast. I told Manny he's too fast, he's too quick for this guy. Go after him with your speed. He's doing great.
Thanks so much, Freddie. Guys, back to you.
All right, thanks, Heidi. Freddie saying Manny is too fast for Keith Thurman. Beat him with your speed. Freddie's so confident he placed a $5,000 bet on Manny Pacquiao here in Vegas.
Well, so far, Thurman's having his best round right now because he's back Manny up on the ropes and actually started to let his hands go. And, he's winning this round, Thurman, right now. Even though Manny's never going to stop punching, I think Thurman's taken the action so far in this half of the fight, or this round.
Work out. Break. Step back clean, step back.
Did you have Pacquiao winning the first 3 rounds, Lennox?
Yeah, I have him winning the first 2 rounds, definitely. I think Thurman needs to really step up a little bit more and throw combinations and then not allow Manny Pacquiao to get back at him.
That's right. And see, he let him off the ropes. He had him frozen on the ropes here, throwing combinations, and he stopped and allowed Manny to come off the ropes with the combination.
Right. That's the mistake he's making at the moment.
We continue to see Pacquiao using that speed, running at Keith Thurman and throwing punches. Let's check in with our unofficial scorer, Marcos Villegas. Marcos.
Kenny, I got a 29-27 because of the knockdown in the first round. I thought last round I gave the nod to Keith Thurman because of the body work he did. This round is very, very tight. Both guys are landing very clean, so it's up for grabs at this point.
Okay, thanks very much, Marcos. Oh, right by Pacquiao, catches Thurman. Pacquiao again, the aggressor.
See, what Pacquiao's doing right now is giving him different angles, giving Keith Thurman different angles, so when Keith Thurman thinks he's in front of him, he's not, and he has to readjust.
That was a nice little left hand by Thurman right there, but Pacquiao threw 2 sets of combinations with 7-8 punches in each one, and he was buzzing around Thurman like a bee, and, he's just impossible to keep your eye on. He's everywhere, and then he mixes up his combinations top to bottom, left to right. This is why he's such a great champion. But Thurman is still in this fight right now.
And Thurman's loading up for that left hook, so Manny's better.
He told us he breaks down his fights into 3 periods. Rounds 1 through 4, he said it's hard to dominate me early. Rounds 5 through 8, I assess my performance, see where I am, and then I try and win the fight in the championship rounds 9 through 12. Heidi Androl is with Thurman's trainer, Dan Birmingham.
That's right, Kenny. Dan, you know, we talked in the fighter meetings, and he said the 5th round is where you guys start to make adjustments. What did you tell Keith Thurman coming into this fight?
Just to be smart, not drop his hands inside and work his body, try to slow him down.
What did he say to you? I saw him and whisper something to you.
He said yes, yes.
All right, thanks so much, Dan. Guys?
All right, thanks very much, Heidi. This is round 5, scheduled for 12 from the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. Pacquiao had the advantage early over the first couple of rounds.
Good right hand.
Has come on. Caught Pacquiao with the right.
Well, Thurman's doing the right thing. He's pressing Pacquiao, not letting him get those quick feet off on him and the quick hands. And if you keep Pacquiao on the defense like he's doing, he landed a good right hand through him. And this is his round so far. I wouldn't back up a bit off of Pacquiao if I were his coach, telling him to keep the pressure on him. His hands up. That was smart. Because you don't want to drop your hands around Pacquiao.
We saw another strong right from Thurman, and then the comeback. The response by Pacquiao.
And Thurman's nose is bleeding a little bit. That's going to affect his breathing a little bit down the line.
Yeah, he's got his mouth open. That's never very good. You're right.
Here's Keith Thurman's wife, Priyana, attending her first boxing match. They met in Tokyo, married in Nepal. Rooting on her husband here in Las Vegas.
Boy, Thurman walking straight in. He's got his hands up and elbows in, but Manny's still threading the needle, coming right up the middle. A little left hand, right uppercut. He did that twice to him. But Thurman's coming right back.
Yeah, Thurman should come back, especially after Manny comes to his body. He's not really throwing any shots back. That's when he should swing around with that left hook.
With 30 seconds left in this round, and I got it pretty even. Somebody's got to make a move here to really win this round clearly. It was a nice little move by both guys. Boy, Thurman's face is really starting to show the effects of Manny Pacquiao's power punches.
It sure is. Blood streaming down on both sides. Time winding down in round 5.
Thurman just reacted very badly.
Side with Kenny, Lennox, and Joe Goosen.
All right, thanks very much, Chris. This is round 6, scheduled for 12. Manny Pacquiao and Keith one-time Thurman. Thurman unbeaten, 29-0.
Well, that's in big jeopardy right now because Manny Pacquiao's really taken charge in this fight. And look, at the end of that last round, Thurman was really unsteady walking back to his corner. His face is a bloody mess. They're having a hard time keeping that blood from flowing from his nose. You know, he's got to really step it up and do something drastic to even this up. I don't know if he can do it, though. Manny looks so darn good. And who would have thought at 40 years old and just after all these fights he'd still have this type of energy and vibrancy and power. It's amazing.
Couple of right jabs by Pacquiao. Career Boxing Champions returns to Fox on August 3rd. Thanks for joining us tonight on both Fox and pay-per-view. Midway through round 6.
Nice right counter, huh?
Exactly. Keith Thurman. There's Floyd Mayweather in the front row. He beat Pacquiao. Unanimous decision here back in May of 2015. And tonight Pacquiao matches Mayweather with his 15th fight here at the MGM Grand.
I'll tell you what Mayweather's thinking right now.
What?
These guys can't beat you. I'm going to come back and beat you and show the world I can beat you and how it's done.
Well, it goes to show you how great Mayweather was. He totally diffused everything that Pacquiao's doing here tonight in his fight with him. It's pretty amazing to think about that. And as good as Thurman is, you know, this just looks like it's a total domination by Pacquiao.
Yeah, I mean, Thurman's not even stopping the jab right now. He can't even see the jab. It's too quick.
Thurman knocked down by Pacquiao back in round 1. All left by Pacquiao, and then Thurman able to duck away. Seconds remaining in round 6.
You know, Keith's nickname is one time. I don't know if he's got one shot that could actually hurt Pacquiao.
Well, the only shot that can hurt Pacquiao is if Pacquiao puts his hands down or keeps his hands down.
Here tonight. This is round 7. Remember, Thurman bet on himself to knock out Pacquiao in the first, second, or 7th round.
He's probably saying that. I don't think he bet on himself.
No?
No. Boxers don't usually do that.
Bring him up, baby. Here we go.
Well, we're at the halfway point right here, and I think it's so far been all Pacquiao. And, you know, Thurman came out hot and throwing some nice combinations, and then he takes his foot off the gas. I think he's got to give a good 3-minute effort for the next, 6 rounds here and try to win this half of the fight. Or else,
right by Thurman.
You could tell Pacquiao wasn't happy with that. He realized he made a mistake and touched himself in the head.
Yeah, Thurman slipped a left hand by Pacquiao and came back with a nice sharp counter right hand.
And then we saw another sharp right from Thurman.
These are the things that Thurman has to do to be able to...
For 3 minutes,
yeah, well, to cope with what Pacquiao's doing right now. He's got to develop something that works for him.
Midway through round 7.
It's a nice jab by Thurman, and then a leading left hand by Pacquiao, and now this exchange here. So they're trading punches. Oh, good right hand, left hook by Thurman. And Pacquiao laughs. It's pretty amazing.
As they were separated by the referee, Kenny Bayless. Another smile from Manny Pacquiao.
See, if Thurman does this, gets through his combination, then moves away, Manny Pacquiao's going to get a little desperate.
Well, I don't know if he's going to get desperate because he's so far ahead right now. In my mind, I think he's far ahead. I think he's won the majority, if not all, the first 6 rounds.
No, I'm saying his reaction when he gets hit, he doesn't like it.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
It's like, oh, I made a mistake. I can't make that mistake. He gets upset with himself.
And he just got hit with another right hand left hook. I think Thurman is winning this round. Oh, good right uppercut by Manny. Boy, those punches are real. Oh, and a great right hand by Thurman.
Time winding down here in round 7.
I think Thurman did most of the work in this round.
All right, Lennox, let's take a look back at what we saw from in round 7.
Here, Keith Thurman steps back and throws an overhand right. Great right hand. Great slip. And you can see how Manny reacted to that. We're going to see it again. And here we go. Yeah, he's upset that he got hit. And you see Thurman scoring with a quick jab. And here's a quick right hand and a quick jab, and he's following it. These are the things he's going to have to do.
And to serve the people, to take care of the concerns of the country. So the budget on his mind. But a potential 5 more rounds to go here tonight in the ring before he heads back to the office. And once again, we check in with our unofficial scorer, Marcos Villegas.
Yeah, Kenny, I got this fight tightened up a little bit. The last 2 rounds I gave to Keith Thurman. He's doing a good job of pushing Manny back, keeping him occupied, mixing up his offense both to the body and to the head. He has a good momentum right now, so let's see if he could keep on building on it. One thing he can't do is he's leaning back a little bit too much with his hands down, and he might get caught with something from Manny.
So Marcos has given the last 2 rounds on his scorecard to Keith Thurman. Look at punches landed. Very close. Referee Kenny Bayless telling them to watch their heads.
Kenny Bayless, one of the great referees of all time in Las Vegas. He's been on the job for decades and has been in all the biggest fights. He knows what he's looking at, and he's staying out of this fight for the most part, which is what a great referee does.
Told Thurman to keep his punches up about 20 seconds ago. As we hit the midway point of round 8, Kenny Albert, Lennox Lewis, Joe Goosen ringside from MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. Right jab there by Thurman.
Couple of nice right hands by Thurman. He's got to keep the pressure on. See, he needs this half of the fight. Good left hook by Thurman, as a matter of fact. But, you know, if I'm breaking this up into two parts, I give the first, good count. Both countering each other. I give the first half of this fight to Pacquiao, whether he lost a round or 2 here or there. He won the first half. Thurman has got to win this half of the fight.
Well, we told you about Thurman's philosophy. He breaks it down into rounds 1 through 4, 5 through 8, 9 through 12.
Pacquiao's got such a great feel of what he needs to do in a fight, and he knew, and I'm sure he knew, and his corner knew he lost that last round, and I'm sure they egged him on, hey, don't lose another round like that again. Get back into this fight.
And again, we see the blood coming out of the nose of Keith Thurman.
Look at that, left hand by Pacquiao and a counter right uppercut by Thurman. They're both so quick that it's hard to keep track of what they're doing.
Yeah, Pacquiao, when he throws his punches, he doesn't stay there to admire his work. He's out of there.
Yeah.
He's showing you a different angle.
Ooh, that was a little miss, but that one he was looking for it twice, and he found it the second time a little bit, and the third time.
Time winding down here in round 8.
Thurman coming on good at the end here. This could steal the round for him. Just by that last flurry in the last 10 seconds.
And Thurman's been throwing that right hand in a couple of rounds. It's like a sneaky, quick right hand. Anytime he sees Pacquiao making the move, he just throws it.
It's a little lead right hand, yeah. And I want to give credit where credit's due. Both corners are working really well on staunching the flow of blood. You got Mike Rodriguez in Manny Pacquiao's corner and Carlos Vargas in Thurman's corner, who's really doing a good job. That's a tough nosebleed to stop, but they're doing a pretty good job of it the way it looked about 4 or 5 rounds ago.
This is round 9, scheduled for 12. Manny Pacquiao, the only 8th division champion in boxing history. He's held 12 titles. Keith Thurman, the WBA super welterweight champion, looking to defend his belt for the 4th time.
Nice right hand by Thurman. He shouldn't be giving up any ground. He should be pressing this fight right now and making Pacquiao back up.
Yeah,
even if Pacquiao comes at him, he shouldn't back up. He should be slipping and blocking and being there. Pacquiao will be closer for the counter. But to take a step back, well, there was a nice little step back and a counter, but it fell short.
Thurman said in the first quarter, he said he looks at the fight in 3 quarters. So the first quarter went by, he would decide on what he would do for the next 2 quarters. What do you think he's going to do, Joe?
Well, I think he should be doing what has been successful. It's been winning in rounds, and that's putting pressure on and taking it to Manny, pinning him up against the ropes and throwing combinations. That's what's been winning in the rounds. Backing up has not been winning in the rounds.
Thurman knocked down by Pacquiao late in round 1. 1 minute remaining in this 9th round.
See, he took a chance right there, went in there and threw a nice 4 or 5 punch combination and landed him. That's scoring points. That's winning. That's going to win the round for you on the judges' scorecards if you do that often enough. Good right hand by Thurman right there. There you go, good body shot. This is where he's doing his best work, is when he's backing Pacquiao up.
Nice combination by Thurman and a right hook.
He landed a right hand and a good hook. See?
Now the response by Manny Pacquiao.
See, Manny knows one thing. When he loses a set, a combination set, that he's got to get it back and even it up on the judges' scorecards. And that's what he's doing right now.
Good right to the body by Keith Thurman and uppercut at the same time.
For Thurman in that last round, he's got Pacquiao backing up. Look, I mean, it's bound to happen. I mean, maybe the age is catching up right now with Pacquiao these last couple of rounds, and Thurman's youth is paying off for him because he looks the more fresh right now. You just can't ever underestimate Pacquiao. He can hurt you at any time. But Thurman was taking the play away from him the last couple of rounds, and he's got to keep doing like that. He's the one landing punches right now.
Yeah, he's got to get Pacquiao thinking about defense, not offense.
That's right.
Again, we check in with our unofficial scorer, Marcos Villegas.
Kenny, Keith Thurman has been doing a very good job of scoring with this jab. We saw the last round he won that, and it's because I felt he worked the jab, was able to keep Manny at the distance and keep him occupied, keep him thinking so he can't launch his offense. Right now I have it 86-84 Manny Pacquiao, but it's tightening up.
All right, so Marcos has awarded Thurman 3 of the last 4 rounds. Look at the total jabs landed and thrown. Pacquiao 23%, Thurman at just 14%.
Well, you know, I don't disagree with those numbers because Pacquiao, wherever he goes, he's always flicking out his right hand. That always precedes, and oh boy, there's a headbutt. Either that or a punch, but it may have been a headbutt. I missed it.
All right.
Now Kenny Bayless will step in between the fighters.
Let's see, Thurman kind of did himself a disservice. He let Pacquiao come in and take control of this round right from the beginning. He went backwards. There's another headbutt right there as Thurman threw that right uppercut to the belly of Pacquiao. But Pacquiao's got Thurman on the run right now, and he's got him hurt in a way that he's flinching a little bit. But here comes Thurman with a good left hook.
Another right. Follow up the left hook with a right hook to the face of Pacquiao.
Thurman's putting his head down for some reason. I don't know if he's got a rib shot or he's got a pain in his body or something.
Yeah, that body language, that's what I was talking about earlier. There's something that's bothering him right now. Ten seconds. And Thurman's giving up ground. That's not good. Okay, there you go. But again, Pacquiao stepped back and got out of the way. If we can figure out exactly what happened.
Oh, body language is showing me that was a body shot.
It didn't look like a horrible headbutt. It looked more like a body shot, the way Thurman reacted to it.
And we saw Thurman take out his mouthpiece, dropped it into his glove.
Yeah, you usually don't do that
unless
when you
it's
get a headbutt.
Yeah, it's a body shot.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you heard Dan Birmingham tell him you got to get him on the rope. So what we've been saying and advising, Dan Birmingham has been saying and advising, but Thurman has not been following the instructions completely. Let's see if he can do it this round, because Dan Birmingham was very adamant that he had to get him on the ropes and really do some damage. So let's see.
This is round 11, scheduled for 12 in Las Vegas on pay-per-view. Thurman has landed more punches than Pacquiao, but how about the effectiveness of those punches, Lennox?
Well, I would say Pacquiao has threw more effective punches.
Pacquiao knocked down Thurman back in round 1. 2 minutes remaining here in round 11.
If you notice, Pacquiao's going with that left hand down to the rib cage. He's looking for that little uppercut right there. I think he knows he hurt him there earlier in that last round, and he's going back to it. Good left hook, right hand by Thurman. Good uppercut by Thurman. Yeah, but if we're talking about the punch stats, I think without a doubt Pacquiao's punches have been much more devastating and debilitating. He's drawn blood. He's doubled Thurman over. I think he's the harder puncher, no doubt.
Yeah, the fact that Thurman got hurt in that last round, that's kind of slowed him down in this round.
Oh, good right hand by Thurman.
Yeah, he stepped into it when he threw that right hand.
Yes, he did.
And now Pacquiao able to dance away.
But he's got to capitalize on it. Now he's got to throw not only the right hand, but that left hook.
Look at Pacquiao, though. He's such a monster. He just comes right back. He takes whatever you give him. This is why he's one of the greatest.
And Thurman's reacting to anything Pacquiao is throwing right now. So he's on a defensive mode, especially when Pacquiao throws punches. He's on a defensive mode. He's trying to get out of there when he should be looking for a way back. He should be looking to answer the call. Throw a punch back.
30 seconds remaining in round 11. Oh, left by Pacquiao. Final seconds, round 11. History. This is the 12th and final round.
The reason Birmingham said to Thurman, let it all go, because he knows he's not winning the fight. Even though he's been in the fight, he's had great moments in the fight. He just happens to be up one of the great legendary fighters of all time, who at 40 years old can still deal with 30-year-old champions that have never been beaten before. That being said, Birmingham knows that Keith Thurman needs a knockout to win this fight.
I agree with that.
Manny Pacquiao turned pro in January of '95. Keith Thurman was 6 years old. Pacquiao won his first title in 1998 in the flyweight division at the age of 19. Here he is 21 years later. He will turn 41 in December.
See, Pacquiao's doing the right thing right now. He knows it's the last round. Why take that chance?
Right.
He should just move around or definitely be protected. And protect himself and not get hit with no silly punches.
It's not like he won't fight this round, because he is fighting this round, but he's not going to try to go for a knockout because he doesn't need one.
Usually, you know, in Keith Thurman's point of view, he's going to try to do it, but whether he's got enough gas in the tank to be able to do it.
Oh, good left hand by Pacquiao.
We hit the midway point of round 12. The only knockdown came back in round 1. Pacquiao knocking down Thurman late in the round.
That's where Thurman should have gone to work right there. He let Pacquiao right back off the ropes. Even if Thurman wins this round, it's not going to win him the fight. He needs a knockout.
Yeah, he does.
Period.
He just absorbed too much punishment in the earlier rounds.
Let it all go. Those are the instructions from his trainer, Dan Birmingham, prior to this 12th round. He has 50 seconds left.
He's whipping that right hand, Thurman, but, you know.
But he shook that right hand, so he must have heard it as well.
The thing is, Pacquiao's been able to absorb anything that Thurman's thrown and come right back at Thurman just as strong every time.
Down to 25 seconds remaining.
Oh.
Bottom of the right.
Got to come back with that left hook.
Pacquiao threw a right hook at the same time he got hit by that right hand. very powerful early on. You can see the effects of Manny's punches right there with the blood on Thurman's.
Rounds of action, we go to the scorecards. We have a split decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Glenn Feldman scores about 114 to 113 in favor of Keith Thurman. Judge at ringside, Dave Moretti scores about 115, 112 in favor of Manny Pacquiao. And judge at ringside, Tim Cheatham sees it 115 to 112 in favor of the winner. Boxing's pride of the Philippines, the ageless wonder, the one and only current WBA welterweight champion of the world.
Das ist in. Hast du diese? Ja, ist ja enorm, ne? So lange schon machen oder nicht?
Ja.
Raffi,
Ja.
ist doch enorm, ne?
Ja.
Ja, klar, da wird hier versprungen drauf. Ja, klar.
Pildi si garbage talker, garbage speaker. Pildi man di ay. Awa, game mo na hinon kag meme sa Facebook. Sige bitog storya garbage. Congratulations, Pacquiao. Ay, wag pala ninyong kalimutan mag-subscribe ha. Okay, bye-bye. Signing out.